Okay, so before I run out of time again, I'm gonna just blast through this game, try to get a good episode out. 31. 31. I didn't know this
How are you
game would last
feeling,
that long.
Joshua? Better than I was.
But not nearly as well as you should be. Your cuts and burns may have healed, but your body still bears the burden of every spell cast.
And what would you have had me do? It was no ordinary foe we faced. It was the Warden of Darkness. Yet still, it was not enough. The king could have ended me at any moment, but instead chose to toy with me like a curl does a mouse.
You underestimate yourself.
Oh, it was crystal clear. Only one man established his dominance that day, and that man was Barnabas.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm sorry, brother. That was ill-spoken. It's just, I have never felt so powerless. And when so many are looking to us for strength, perhaps the prince feels the same.
Dion. I was wondering where Dion was. Nameless slum, damn. That's sad. So he's with the little girl, right? The little girl has gotten a lot of screen time for not being a major character here.
What is this place?
Don't move.
Dion actually ended up being a better character than what I thought he would be. I thought he was gonna be boring to watch, and he's actually like top 4. I almost said top 3, but Sid definitely clears.
Here, it's fresh from the well. Grandmother told me spirits sometimes get lost, and that the lanterns guide them to their proper place. I set one on the river for her when she passed away.
Look at that spear.
The fiend works from the shadows. Was it you who guided my hand, then, Ultima? No, not you. This is my doing, my fault, my sin to bear. And for it, I must atone.
Your hurts are healing nicely. It was my poultices that saw you well.
You make them?
And sell them, or try to. Earns me enough for bread, most days.
Forgive me. I have nothing to...
I know, but I couldn't just leave you lying there. You're going then?
Of course. I'm healed. Thanks to you and your poultices.
Will you promise to come back and visit?
He's gonna promise and then die at the end. Dion is a hella goated character though. I was not expecting this from him.
Well, Phoenix, it would seem that I owe you my wings.
Yes. The Bahamut, Ifrit, the Phoenix, and Shiva?
Perhaps you can
Shriva?
find an
I
answer.
don't know, something like that.
You will be returning to Waloed soon, I gather.
I see no reason to wait.
Then neither do I.
I can think of a few, but I doubt they'll stop you. You
Yeah.
will take your medicine.
Of course, Lady Daya.
Set on leaving already, are ya?
How long will it take us to get back to Ash?
Dunno, about the same amount of time it took us to get here. Maybe less, if your uncle can find someone trustworthy to patch up the Enterprise. All depends on where we're putting into port, mind.
Yes. It's not as if we can put ashore wherever we choose. We have to assume that the whole of Ash is hostile, and that we'll be attacked on sight.
Then we must find a place they won't think to look. And I have an idea who might know of one.
The Professor! I'll go and tell you come in.
While you're plotting our course,
Vivian.
I'll be in the shelves with your lawsman. I wish to pick his brains about Ultima.
Then I'll talk to Karen about supplies for the journey. They may not be easy to come by in Ash.
Your brother's body won't take much more of this recklessness. You know that, don't you?
I do.
Yeah, Vivian. No, the reason I was surprised by Dion is because usually whenever like this is gonna sound bad at first, but I promise you hear me out. Whenever a gay character gets introduced, at first I just kind of feel them out because sometimes it just gets pushed into the game, and then sometimes it's actually just a gay character who's just gay and they're actually just a good character. Ellie is a
Clive.
prime
I was
example of
wondering
that. My
when you'd
literal
arrive.
favorite character
Please tell me you've come to take
ever
our young
made.
prodigy here off my hands.
I'm not here for Mid. I need information on Ash.
Then why not ask Molly if you can look in one of her ovens? Go on.
As soon as the Enterprise is ready, we'll be setting out for Drake's Spine. And we're going to need a safe place to land.
Preferably one that won't see my ship blown to shit and splinters.
If it were that easy, do you think Waloed would have resisted invasion for so long? Very little is known of Ash, and the information we do have is spotty and outdated. We have the good King Barnabas to thank for that. Waloed's borders have been closed to outsiders since the day he seized the throne. If there is anywhere safe to land, you won't find it on my map.
Then tell us what we will find. I'm sure you know better than we do.
But no splinters.
All right. If it will get you out of
Please
my
don't
hair.
open up the map. Please don't shut
But
the map.
interrupt me, and it's over. Understood?
No, I'm leaving.
Barnabas Tharm, the one they call the Last King. Understand him, and you will understand the kingdom of Waloed. Barnabas was only a boy when he arrived from beyond the southern seas, and barely a man before he united the ragged tribes of Ash. And having unleashed them upon the formidable Veldamark, he set his throne upon the ancient kingdom's ruins. The victory sent shockwaves around Valisthea, tales of Odin's might spreading through every court, parlor, and drinking hole in the realm. Note that this was in the year 843, and that the king still sits upon his throne some 40 years later, quite untouched by time. Waloed's recent inaction left many wondering if Odin had lost his appetite for war. And yet here we are. The Einherjar was committed to the fray, a bold declaration of intent. Orcs swarm around Drake's Fang, and throngs of Akashic haunt Canvas streets. Though how precisely the havoc they wreak serves Waloed remains unclear. Regardless, if the order to attack truly came from King Barnabas, then one thing is certain. Waloed has achieved the impossible, and made bedfellows of beastmen and the ether-addled alike. All of which is a roundabout way of saying that you will be in unknown territory when you set foot on Ash. Much of the continent has already been lost to the Blight, and what few ports remain will be fiercely guarded. And that is to say naught of its natural defenses. Offshore currents will cast an ill-equipped ship out to sea one moment, and dash it against the rocks the next. But then the Enterprise is anything but ill-equipped, and Mid has made land there before. Now, if only there were someone with an intimate knowledge of the Shadow Coast, and where a daring gentleman might put ashore. You see, Clive, you had the answer all along.
Do you think you can get us back to that beach, Mid?
Picked you up from it, didn't I? Not that it were easy. The currents were a right bastard. But then, if it wasn't hard, it wouldn't be worth doing, would it?
Well said. Thank you, Lady Vivian.
If a few morsels of common knowledge and a sprinkling of tavern talk are worthy of your thanks, I wonder what genuine intelligence might earn me.
Probably more visits. Mid, I need everyone in the ale hall now. I'll fetch Joshua from the shelves.
Aye, aye, Captain.
Okay, got a bit distracted there. But I really just never understand whatever she's talking about in those things. So sorry about that extra bit of time wasted up on that. Stage fright trophy. Okay. Joshua and
I have no reason to assume otherwise.
Hippocrates.
Clive, you must listen to this. Lawsman, tell him.
Do you recall when we spoke before on the divinity of Ultima? Well, it inspired me to delve deeper into the subject. And what I discovered appears to agree with the findings of His Grace.
You will recall that my quest to uncover Ultima's origins began with the mural at Phoenix Gate. But while I've always known it to be important, its secrets have heretofore eluded me. Now,
Distracted, yeah.
I believe I know where to find the more complete example. One that will reveal all we seek.
Master Clive, have you ever in your travels chanced to hear of the Circle of Malleus? I would think not, few have. But there was once a time when the faith flourished, the oldest known religion in the Twins, and though its popularity eventually waned on Storm, hints of its dogma remain embedded in more modern faiths such as the Crystalline Orthodox.
Wait, you said it waned on Storm. What of Ash?
Religious monuments are often torn down or repurposed when new faiths rise to prominence. But if no new faith arose, then perhaps the ancient temples might still stand. And so, you see now why I must accompany you to Waloed.
It would appear the past still has much to teach us, though in this case, it would not have been possible without the musings of Moss. To think that you carried a copy of my old mentor's chronicles all along. I am relieved to discover it in good hands.
I shall guard it with my life.
Joshua, if you're finished here, join me in the ale hall. I need to speak to everyone before we leave.
Right away.
Oh, that sounds like something that'll happen before a final quest, right? That definitely sounds like it. Things I feel far from the end.
My apologies.
By now you've all heard where we're going and why. So I won't bother you with the boring details, only the important ones. If we attempt to approach Stonehere by sea, there's a good chance we'll be sighted and fall prey to the capital's artillery. So instead, we'll disembark on the southwest coast and make for Drake's Spine on foot. I say we, but it's highly likely the entirety of Ash is under the rule of Ultima. A large party would only attract unwanted attention, as well as slow our march and require supplies which may be difficult to obtain. Only Joshua and I will be going. And a scout. Preferably a good one. Gav, do you know of any?
You bet your ass I do. Might still
Yep.
borrow some of Lady Vivian's maps, though. Just in case, like.
Once you've dropped us off at the Shadow Coast, you need to retreat into neutral waters, fly merchant colors, and stay inconspicuous. If you sense any danger at all, you leave us behind and return to Storm.
Inconspicuous is my middle name. But like hell am I leaving anyone behind. The ship ain't going nowhere till your scurvy mugs are smiling on deck.
Jill, the Enterprise will appear a tempting target for royalists and pirates alike. You're to stop anyone boarding.
Don't worry. I'll keep the ship and her crew safe. You'll be needing passage home, after all.
But... very well.
If there are no questions, I'll see you all at the docks.
Okay.
Let me know when you're leaving. I want a word before you go.
Of course.
This definitely feels like some finale stuff. What? Hold on. Nope. I am getting all of my stuff up. I was like genuinely horrified. I was like, please don't tell me I'm gonna need half of this. I also just realized that I could have just, wow, all those times that I've like
You're rubbing me blind,
done
you know.
both.
It'd better all be here.
Last elixir. No, but it is the last one you will ever need. Upon KO, automatically restore all HP for the limit gauge. Oh.
You'll not find a better price than that.
So when we're dead, we could literally come back to life. Let's go. That definitely seems like a finale item to give me.
How do you split the sea?
Alright, Otto.
Is something wrong?
Not at all. Honestly. Can't a man wish his friend farewell? Just wanted to let you know that I'll keep things in order while you're off saving the world.
Thanks.
I'll hold you to that.
Alright. on the road again.
Reckon it'll be a long walk to the capital if we follow the cliffs. I'll scout ahead, see if I can't find us an inland route.
Clive. There's something I've been meaning to ask. You took her icon, didn't you?
Oh, yeah.
Yes, I did. She understood.
Damn!
Oh, she understood. Understood that you decided to save the world all on your own, and that you'd die without her power. How dare you make her choose? You knew damn well she'd never refuse you. But I will. You can't keep pushing us away, Clive. The world is ours to save, not yours.
I used my gift because I thought it was the right thing to do.
And you truly believe this will save you? Will save us all?
I do.
That's the first time I've seen Joshua act that way. That was kind of fire. Still not over Dion, though.
Just don't forget, you're not alone.
Think I found us a trail. Did I miss something?
No.
Only that Joshua didn't.
I don't get it.
Yeah. I find it crazy how lovable this whole cast actually is. Cause what makes them kind of good is the fact of like...
Always wanted to visit Ash.
We're in Waluda territory now. Don't expect a warm welcome.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know, Clive. That castle over there looks inviting enough.
Yeah, don't
Shall
it?
we sample its inhabitants' hospitality?
What I kind of like about this like game's cast of characters is the fact that it's different than most games where they actually take an attempt to make everyone bad and good.
Remember what I said about warm welcomes?
Like usually there's gonna be like the guys that are just completely good, the guys that are completely bad.
This place is as
But
dead as Grieger's ghost.
it's honestly so weird that I actually kind of see everyone's point even to this like moment. Except for, I'm not gonna lie, the only character that I haven't been able to connect to on any way has been Odin himself, or Barnabas. No matter how many games I fought, like fucking Titan was really well written, Benedicta was really confusing, but I think I figured it out. Joshua was a very different character than I thought he was gonna be, because obviously I didn't think he was gonna die right there. But like, You could tell that was just a well-directed moment, and it was so beautifully done. But it's just really weird. Usually I have like one major like, oh, I fucking hate that character. But even characters like Annabella, even though they were stupid, I saw where their point came from, if that makes sense. Yeah, this story kind of reminds me a lot of, this is gonna sound very bad, but only because I didn't like the story much, but I like this one so much more. But I feel like if it was a game version of Macbeth, I feel like I'd like it. But like, I just don't really like, you know. I'll get to you. There we go. It kind of reminds me of like Macbeth, where a lot of like misunderstandings happen. A lot of fortunes that need to be met. Big character moments. Thing is, I think this story is so much better by a ton. I always have appreciation for Macbeth, especially since I played Macduff in Macbeth. But I just really couldn't defend its storytelling all that much, because I remember being so disappointed looking at everyone's face and nobody really looked excited after we performed it, because who understands it? Sure, even if you got to understand it more, it's still a good plot. But the fact that you had to look at it that deeply, where you like have to like look at every single word and wordplay is like supremely strong, doesn't mean that it's gonna be a great product that everyone's gonna universally agree is good. And although I do think Final Fantasy 16 is definitely confusing, it does a better job of establishing everything that you need to know before it even happens. Whereas Macbeth kind of hopes that you establish it in the moment. Or it hopes you establish it through words. And I think that's the problem that I have with a lot of screenplays. They expect you to present its whole story through words, but nothing with the outside. And they just get very messy that way.
Finished.
I wonder if level 40 is going to be the level that I get by the time this game ends. Because that seemed like the level it's going for. What does this look like? I'm going to hold this lever, open it, and there's going to be either enemies in front of me or behind me. Neither?
It's Camber all over
Neither.
again. Where the hell are the royalists?
Seems you were right about that welcome after all, Clive.
Faster!
What is going on here? This place has been the most dead place that we've ever visited. Like, did Ultima already just take this whole thing over?
Aye, aye.
Is the whole of Ash fallen into Ultima's hands?
That's no peace delegation. We should send a warning to the others.
No. My uncle will have an eye on the coast. I trust he'll find a way to entertain any uninvited guests. Our mark is Drake's Spine, and there's a lot of road between us and it.
Drake's Spine again?
To Stone here.
Haven't we been to Drake's Spine like 2
Aye,
times?
you never know. It might not be a nest of slavering monsters.
Clive, you must go on ahead without me.
Excuse me?
This stronghold is as old as Phoenix Gate, perhaps older. It may yet hide Ultima's remaining secrets, and if we are to best him, they must be unearthed.
All right. Stay out of trouble.
I always do. Mostly.
I just realized though, I haven't been using
You sure
Shiva.
about this?
About leaving my brother on his own. Of course. Mostly.
Lady Vivian's map is so old, it's hard to tell which way is up. But if I'm right, we're not far from a village called Eastla.
Then we make our way there, resupply, and wait for Joshua.
Wow. It's like beautifully dead. Actually, it's not even beautiful, it's just straight up gross. It's well made, I'll say that, but it's just like, wow. This is disgusting to look at. Imagine being like, I can't wait to look at planet Earth. This looks like a Fallout game.
Though I'm guessing it's not the
We're
smell
running,
that will
Broja.
kill us.
Ambrosia. Ambrosia.
No mistakes.
Can I not walk through this? Okay. Just casually going past everything. I don't know, man. I'm trying to concentrate on the story content here. I remember at the beginning I used to let stuff like this, like just sort of slide, but now I'm just going straight for the story.
Bahamut's breath. Don't look down, Torgal.
Oh my god. We're just trying to get Chocobo across and not worried at all.
That must be Eastla.
Yeah, you get up.
Thanks, Gal.
Yeah, there we go.
What do you think, Clive?
Then we're too late.
What you looking at, boy? More enemies.
Damn it. They're all turned. There's nothing we can do.
I wouldn't say nothing.
No quarter gap! No quarter!
Okay. So she actually dodges. Okay, kind of see his ability. Okay. Oh my god. It's another crowd control one, yet it's one of the ones that actually does crowd control well, where you can like control how much crowd control you really do, kind of like this one. Not like other guy, Dion. Sadly, his Bahamut just really disappointed me. Stuff like this, like sure, it could be used on a singular guy, but it's just managing
It isn't
moments.
like this. A question for later, Gap.
This is like a straight line sort of thing. Yeah, that's lit. Oh, and if they hit me during the dodge, I turn them into like an icicle. I'm like Sub-Zero. Wicked fun. Stay down. I know there's one thing about Clive. He's kind of written like very cheesy, and I like it. It's not cheesy in a bad way at all. It's like that good cheesy that you kind of like, like something that you'd watch. Kind of like Tobey Maguire, Spider-Man 3. I'm sure we don't take the story seriously, but it's fun to watch. It's funny. Let us see it. Where is it? What's good about her is that we'll gain it back really quickly. Wow. Jill did not disappoint.
I don't want to die here, Clive. Then don't.
Yes, I might like Ramu more. I'm not gonna lie. I think it's good, but like Ramu though. Jill is good enough where I think I'd actually go out, but like I feel like if I were ever to go back to the like if I'm ever going into like the boss battle, I feel like I might go back to Ramu. Not only is Ramu's iconic, but it's also just it's also really just good. I think Jill is good. They just made a couple of these so good that it's insane. The thing about Jill is though, it might have more damage output. Maybe. It might, actually. I don't know, we'll see. I know that Bahamut is just straight up bad. That one was like a 5 out of 10. No hesitation, definitely a 5 out of 10 ability.
It isn't over yet. Of course it bloody isn't.
It's like the most waves of enemies we've ever had to fight.
Slow.
I'ma just more dice. Here's a fire. Fire giver, ice giver right here.
It's over.
Ow. 1,000 damage. I think if I actually did it right, I think that Shiva actually does just as much damage as the rest. Damn! The damage output on that move is insane. 5,700. Hey, that's a good amount. Almost at level 40. Is level 40 the cap? I hope not. In my opinion, I personally love games that give no like end
Don't
to
tell me
leveling.
there's more of the bastards. Oh, fuck.
What you looking at? What the fuck? He's just here right now?
Have you come to watch, Odin?
Bound for Stonehill. Good. My master awaits you in the capital, though I cannot allow you to attend him in your present state.
And how are you going to stop us?
Why, with this!
What the fuck is that? Is that a giant spear? Oh. WandaVision?
What did you do?
Did he just cough? Or did I just imagine that?
If the vessel would see the path opened, it has but to ask. I shall see that my master's prize is made presentable.
Shit! No!
Wow. Just locked us in.
Clive? Would you mind telling me what the fuck just happened?
Damn vaporized.
Got to be. How are we supposed to get through that?
We seek an audience with the king. If His Majesty wants me to come and ask him, then that is exactly what I'll do.
Before you go practicing your petition, we don't even know where the fucker went. How about we cool our heads and think this through, eh?
Yeah, that's true.
All right.
Maybe there's something here we can use.
Okay. What's that? That looks promising, right?
I thought we got them all.
So did I.
Please. Please. Please, no.
Miss. Whoa. Easy. Easy. We're not turned, alright?
Not a Kashik.
My thanks, kind travelers.
Edda, forgive me for asking, but what went on here?
It all started when the skies changed. The elders said it was the Arcade. One by one, people went mad. Minds taken by the ether. Till only I remained. By then, I was too far along to run. And then the nights came. And I didn't know what to do.
And this, okay, is...
Just a story. Something our grandparents told us when we misbehaved. About how the heavens would grow dark before the land took her last breath.
The end of the world. You said the others went mad. But where did they go?
They all left. Drawn east to the tower, to Reverie. The elders, the healer, the blacksmith, my husband.
You thinking he did this?
Of course. Who else could it be? You were in Canva. You saw what he did to the people.
Then what about her? How come her nut hasn't cracked?
The baby, perhaps? Could be protecting her from the ether. I can't think of any other explanation.
You mean... it's a bearer?
It won't
Oh.
matter what it is once Ultima's magic takes hold. Time's running out.
Dang, they just set up a whole nother
This
game.
tower. That's where we'll find the king.
Because I would easily watch a story like this all over again.
I knew it. It's the same as Phoenix Gate. Which means at the end of these stairs should be...
Mm-hmm. Open it up. I wonder what bearer it is, because it could be the Benedicta, or I forgot the name of the dominants they use, the icons, I mean. So Benedictas, Koopas. Who else has died? That's it, right? The rest are just... Oh, Sid. Oh!
It's complete.
Sid's. That'd be so fire.
Ultima and this vessel, Ifrit. Garuda, Ramu, Shiva, Titan, Bahamut, Odin. Even Leviathan the Lost is here. But where is the Phoenix? By the Founder.
Oh.
So that's what you want, isn't it, Ultima?
So does...
So that's how it's gonna be then.
I'm not asking, Gav. I need you to stay with Edda.
What?
I must do this alone. If I don't return, you're to find Joshua and make for the Enterprise. Understood?
Aye. Just don't you go dying on me. Sid's name suits your miserable mug better than mine.
Don't worry. I haven't finished with it yet.
Wow. I don't... Oh.
If Barnabas is controlling the Akashic, then wherever he goes, they'll follow. And so will I.
This game is crazy right now. I don't know what to expect next, but I believe that is the end of today's episode. Yep. If you guys enjoyed, thanks for enjoying it. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and hopefully I see you guys here next time. Keep doing great things. You're good at them. Bye.